having on what it's called or overdose with my medication because I was just that confused about right and wrong and ended up taking my medication 3 times in 1 hour and waking up the next day in my vomit. Come on, man. And I'm here today to tell you the Most High showed me how bad this was when she taught me all the things that I didn't have to use, like reading. Y'all, the investigative terms of affairs, sir, on their investigation with the first March the 5th, they closed that investigation. They closed that investigation and said that the reason why the paramedics stopped the ambulance is because they felt that their life was in danger. I am 126 pounds of a paralyzed man. And this particular day, I wasn't worth a quarter, sir. And you mean to tell me they gonna use that as an excuse? They stopped the ambulance because they felt like their life was in danger? Whose life was in danger, sir? You tell me whose life was in danger with the ambulance being stopped on the side of the road, turned off with 2 people in the back with me, a handicapped individual stopped arguing with 2 fully functioning men. And then when they realized how bad it was what they was doing me, sir, they thought about it. So now we rushing to the hospital now. We ran through 2 lights, sir, and now I'm gonna give you what happened to us in that 3rd light. In that 3rd light, the ambulance went shaking side to side like they was gonna hit something. And I've been having a nightmare just like this ever since. We made it through the 1st lights to get to that 2nd light. And in the 2nd light, it was a family in a van. The kids was in the back of the van acting up. It was 5 kids. The daddy looked back at the kids and the daddy said to the kids, "Come on, kids, y'all gotta calm down. Mama trying to drive the vehicle." And just as the light was turning green, the lady takes off and looks over at her husband and says, "Thank you, honey." And then our ambulance slam into their truck, kill all them in their truck, and the paramedics get dead, and I end up paralyzed from the neck down. Is that something that anybody wants to live there and dream? Especially if my legs left me to leave me paralyzed. I was vulnerable in that ambulance with these 2 guys. I couldn't stand up and walk out of that situation, sir. But I couldn't explain to you guys what I'm explaining to you guys right now, because I could not articulate it well enough for y'all to understand it. But y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't care because y'all realized they say, well, he can't explain what happened to him. Oh, shit, why should we care? You didn't care because it wasn't you, it wasn't someone you love, and it wasn't somebody you know. So like I said again, sir, the Most High came and saved me out of this whole dilemma that I was in to get me where I'm at right now, to articulate it to you so well, and to say to you too, my brother, it wasn't you that I talked to. You might have saw this a different way, but whoever I did talk to there didn't see it no way. They saw it as me being illiterate and me not being able to speak up for myself. So why should they? Now you see how good I explained that to you, and if I go back and you hear some of the tapes that I made, you will see that, oh, he was past illiterate. Do you hear me? He was past illiterate. Because I'm nowhere near now.
Okay, well, I just want to apologize for the whole answer, but I'm sorry, can I have your first and last name?
John North, and I was expecting her to give you all that data as long as she still had me on hold.
Yeah, I just would want to get that information from you, sir. I do apologize. But, okay, Mr. Nelson, well, I do have to apologize for this, but, I mean, you did file a complaint back in June of last year.
It's not a complaint no more, man. It's not a complaint. They actual physically did me bodily harm when they stopped the ambulance. See, y'all keep saying complaint, you see? But if it happened to one of y'all, it's not a complaint no more. It's an extra act, you see? But by it happened to me, a black person, it's a complaint. But I complained it before the actual act happened, March the 5th, when they stopped the ambulance. And then they did it again, August the 27th, for me to shut up about all the complaining that I was doing. And nobody feel like that's something serious?
Sir, well, here's the thing, though. I mean, here where you're calling is the Health and Human Services Commission, okay?
Right.
We have some programs like SNAP, Medicaid, TANF, and CHIP. We don't have any control over these emergency services that you contacted and treated you this way, sir.
Okay, now why y'all say that if I'm calling for, they say if they had any type of abuse, this was abuse of my Medicaid system. This is what I'm calling about. Am I right or wrong, or am I not calling the right number?
Well, see, the thing is, because it says that, because we did get a complaint back in June, and then we have some case comments on your case, and it states, client indicated a request to file a complaint against the medical service that was provided to them after call 911. The nature of the complaint does not pertain to any services provided by HHSC.
Boy.
They did attempt to contact you to have you file a complaint with the proper facility. However, at that point, they could not reach you. But this was back in June.
See now, and I'm highly upset with that too, because like I'm explaining to you, if someone cared, they would have cared to get in touch with me. Seemed like someone called one time and that was it. Didn't leave no message on my answering service or nothing. So like I say again, man, no one cares about what happened to me when y'all say that if you're having any type of abuse, this is the number to call. 211, that's what I called. That's what I told what happened to me. When I was telling y'all, when I was complaining to y'all, it had already happened to me. So the complaint, it was escalated further than a complaint. But I couldn't really articulate it the way I'm articulating it to you now. But I can tell you now what happened to me, because that first case has been closed. And they said that the reason why the paramedics stopped the ambulance because they felt that their life was in danger from a 126-pound handicapped man.
Right, I understand, sir, but again, these services that you contacted and that they, for providing you with that service, we don't have any control over those services.
Okay, so why y'all consider human services, man? Why are y'all getting that name for somebody that ain't gonna give nobody no service for something that happened like what happened to me?
We are called the Health and Human Services Commission, sir, but we only handle certain programs, and that's, again, the Medicaid, SNAP, TANF, and CHIP, those programs. We don't know anything about these 911 emergency services.
No, but your Medicaid service is what pays the service for the paramedics, man. See, I'm not stupid on this now. I was stupid. I was illiterate on this here when it first happened, but I'm not nowhere near illiterate on this here now.
What is it? So what is it that you're trying to achieve today, sir?
What I'm trying to achieve today, I need somebody to investigate this here thoroughly, because it hasn't been investigated thoroughly. Because if it would have been investigated thoroughly, y'all would see on the transcript that they have for the ambulance conduct sheet where the ambulance driver say they arrived at my house at 11:51 and I arrived at the hospital at 11:51 and the hospital took me in at 12:05. I want to know how I arrived at the hospital at 11:51 and they arrived at my house at 11:51. That is not possible. And I done been in front of the mayor 11 times asking two.
But again, we don't know about those transcripts. We don't manage that service.
Well, you keep saying y'all don't manage that service, but y'all the ones that pay the bill.
That's different, sir.
How is that different, man?
You're the one paying the bill because you have Medicaid, but that doesn't mean that we're in charge of those services.
Hold on. You said that if a person was having any type of abuse, that's what y'all.
This is not what the Health and Human Services Commission is.
Oh, so what? Hold on. So what are y'all saying? So y'all contradicting what y'all said the first part of y'all introduction.
Did they say to call?
They said 211.
Okay,
and
211 has several menus.
And that's what I'm saying. And then I went through y'all menu, and that's where y'all said if I saw was having any type of abuse by my Medicaid system, this is the number for me to call and give my grievances and make my complaint, man. But
sir, this is not a grievance on the Medicaid service. This is a grievance on your 911 emergency service.
Well, hold on, but they did they not get paid for it, man? See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody still.
I understand that you're saying that, sir, but that's something different. Because you have the Medicaid program, do we pay for it? Maybe we pay for some medical expenses, of course. That's what Medicaid does. But that does not make us in charge of the 911 service.
Okay, I know that doesn't make y'all in charge of 911 service, son, because y'all would definitely have to jump on what really happened. But y'all have control over them getting paid. That's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all got control of them getting paid. And if I made a complaint about somebody, that complaint should have been investigated. But it wasn't investigated, because if it would have been investigated when I first complained to Molina, they would have known how serious this was.
You're talking about it being investigated as to what happened to you, like what they did to you, correct?
Right.
Okay, that's not us, sir.
Hold on. You keep saying, all right. And there's no one I can speak to higher up than you, because you keep saying that that's not y'all. So y'all saying at the beginning of y'all introduction, if you feel there's any abuse to your person by Molina or Medicare or CHIP or any of those other fully functioning services, to report it. I'm
It's
caught. I'm.
different from what you're stating because right now, what you've been sitting all this time is that there's been a grievance sent to you by the 911 service because they left you.
No,
That's what you were saying to me earlier.
You mean because they stopped the ambulance?
Right.
Oh, right, but this is what I'm saying. Again,
that's not us. That's that 911 service, sir. We don't manage that.
Okay, y'all manage Medicaid, right? I mean, Molina, right?
No, sir. That's a different thing on its own. That's your health plan.
Okay, but that's what y'all said on your introduction. If I'm having any type of abuse or fraud within Medicaid, report the abuse or the fraud.
With Medicaid. So did Medicaid itself
Sir.
provide any type of fraud to you, or did Medicaid itself in any way abuse you?
Yes, y'all paid the abusers money for a service that they didn't do. And yes, I was abused by Molina because they didn't do their job and investigate the situation when it first happened, because I complained about it more than 3 times before they physically abused me, sir. That's what I'm getting to with you, because you guys said that's what you call you guys for. The abuse of the person that's abusing, trying to get away with.
Okay, so at this point, are you still... Okay, so, because I need to clear the situation up.
I have one of the cases with...
Okay, give me one moment, though. Let me go ahead and clear this up with you real quick.
Yes, sir.
So, at this point, you are not wanting to do anything with the emergency services anymore.
No, yes. What I'm doing now is I'm making another complaint, but it's not... I don't want this to be a complaint. This should be escalated as not being a complaint, because I didn't complain enough, man.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I would be able to do for you today, as far as that, would be a complaint.
All right, make another complaint. But see, that's just it. What are the complaints really if somebody physically do somebody some harm after they already did all the complaining that they can do, man?
Yeah, I can't do anything about the 911 service, so with that, you'd have to find the authority that manages that services in your area, and you'd have to file a formal complaint with them.
Man, like I said again, man, I filed a formal complaint. I had an investigative terms of affairs come to my house and everything, man. And all.
You know, with the 911 service, I can't do anything with you on that. Now, if you're talking about your medical plan, that's something different.
All right, well, just put it down there for me making a complaint again, that's all.
Okay, well, I do want to put you in a brief hold and go ahead and do a bit more research. Do you mind if I do that?
Yes, sir, you can do that.
All right, thank you.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Don't nobody white want to be held responsible for they fucking ambulance drivers. Ooh.